How concerned are you about the Broncos-Texans? I wasn't concerned with the Niners, and I should have been.
Right. As far as the defense, that worried me a little bit. But, we got guys, man. Riley Moss going to have to step up.
Yeah.
Abrams Drain, he got his feet wet a little bit last week against a good team, too, a good wideout. So he got a nice half of football as a starter. He did. This week, that offense won't be the Cowboys' offense, you know what I'm saying? So, and then they missing some guys, too, as far as receivers. So Vance Joseph just got to do a good job not putting him in bad positions. So it'll probably be a lot more of our zone stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let him do what he do good. He a 6 feet corner. He can run. He got good ball skills. So play him a little bit more in match zone, 3 deep zone, maybe not as much man. With the offense the Texans run, you don't want to run a lot of man anyway with all them damn crossing routes. That Sean McVay type system. So I think we'll be all right, man. The Broncos defense start in the trenches anyway. The trenches is going to be healthy. Vance Joseph, our DC, he healthy as hell. You know what I'm saying? So he'll call it, he'll dial it up. We know how to we're going to get good pressure on Stroud. Our offense just got to score some damn points because you're right. They got a hell of a defense. They got a hell of a rush. They got great DBs.
And Bo is wishy-washy. Is this going to be his game?
I'm wishy-washing Bo. He the best. He the best quarterback of his class. He dominate his class.
Whoa.
All them boys.
Whoa.
Okay. Look at the numbers. Drake
Okay.
May, Caleb Williams. Look at the numbers. Bo dominate them boys in his class. So he ain't no wishy-washy. All he did was get to the league, take his team to the playoffs, and now his team looking like one of the best teams in the AFC.
Jade was in the NFC Championship last year. Just want to let you know that.
Well, I'm just saying. That's good.
Yep.
Where is he now? He's sophomore slumping.
No, he had his little hamstring.
That's
Yeah.
got some injuries.
He'll be all right. He'll be all right.
Injuries is part of sophomore slumping. Where's Bo? Bo's available. Bo's starting every game. Bo take care of his body in the offseason, so that's why he's available. You know what I'm saying?
Injuries happen. You know that.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. To guys who
But
don't take care of their body.
you're not taking Bo over Jaden Daniels. You're
And
not.
I'm taking
You're not.
Bo. Let's look at the numbers. I'm taking the guy who got the best numbers out of his draft class. And who is that?
Jaden.
No, it's not.
Jaden.
Last year.
Look at the numbers up.
Jaden.
Yeah, let me put it back.
Bo got
more
more everything, bro. Bo got more everything.
Yeah.
Every number. I'm taking Bo. We're going to have to score some points on that defense. They got DBs who get that fucking ball. That's what they do have. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be a good matchup. I think it'll be close. Houston played everybody they played this year close. We'll get it done, though. I ain't too worried, Kenzie, to answer your question. I ain't too worried. The young boy, 31, he'll hop in and get it done.
Yeah, Houston's got to win. They're 3-4, and they got to catch somebody to get involved in this playoff hunt. Whether it's one of the teams from the AFC West, whether it's the Jags who's in front of them. They're probably not going to catch any to win a division, but they got to try to get back in the playoff hunt. I like the fact that Xavier Hutchinson had a big game in Nico Collins' absence. The 2 rookies stepped up from Iowa State. They played well. They take this big offensive lineman named Blake Fisher, and they put him as a tight end. They did it like 25 times. The run game didn't really do that well, but the play-action pass hit on a couple big ones, which helps out. It helps out the protection. Has a tackle, a tight end on the end. The guard and the tackle can now double-team the 3 technique. Gives CJ a little bit more time, which he hasn't had a lot. So that's helped a lot, helped alleviate some of the pressure for CJ. And then defensively, we talked about they're a hard-hitting team. They're physical as hell. They hustle and hit. D'Amico Ryans is a great football coach when it comes to defense, and he takes a lot of pride in how his defense looks on tape, and they pass the eyeball test. I'm telling you that. They hustle and hit. So I don't ever count them out. I just think that early on in the season, they lost 3 games in a row. They went 3-1 the last 4. They just struggled with their offensive line, their identity. They couldn't get Chubb going. Now they have a 2-headed monster in Woody Marks and Nick Chubb. They're doing pretty well. So I like where they're going. I think they're ascending. I don't know if they can quite catch one of those teams in the NFC or AFC West to make the playoffs, but they're going to be competitive.
Yeah, I think this is a great matchup. I don't know if I'm concerned. I still think the Broncos win, but I'm excited to watch this one. 2 of the best defenses in football. The Texans are first in total defense and scoring defense. The Broncos are 5th in total and scoring defense as well. Like Coach mentioned, these are 2 teams that started slow, really starting to find themselves right now. The Texans were 0-3 to start the year. They've won 3 of their last 4, and the Broncos are on a 5-game winning streak right now. The other thing, too, I'm a former quarterback. I love watching good quarterback play. These are 2 young, talented quarterbacks that are still trying to make a name for themselves in this league. And Bo Nix, during this 5-game stretch, has been great. 13 total touchdowns, only 2 interceptions, playing some really good football. C.J. Stroud, though, is very important in this game. He has to be great. Their success on offense relies heavily on number 7's shoulders. And their 4 losses, 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Their 3 wins, 8 touchdowns, 1 interception. He has to be at his best. And that's going to be a damn tough challenge this week against that Broncos defense. The other thing, too, talking about Pat Surtain, him being out. Best corner in the NFL right now. But to his advantage, we don't know if Nico Collins is going to be back.
I think he is.
Okay, so he was in concussion protocol. If he's coming back, that's going to be a little bit more of a tough matchup. Riley Moss, some other guys stepped up. They did play well against the #1 passing offense last year without Pat Surtain. So that does give me some confidence. But the biggest thing in this game that I think it's going to come down to is Denver's pass rush against the Texans' offensive line. Denver, that pass rush is for real, man. I went back and watched him on tape last night. Vance Joseph is an evil genius, man, putting these different looks out there, confusing you pre-snap, putting the quarterbacks in a terrible position. 36 sacks already this year. And it's not just one guy. It's multiple guys that can do it. And that makes it tough for an opposing offense coach, because you go into a game plan, and if you got a Micah Parsons or you got a Myles Garrett, I know, all right, I'm going to focus on this one guy. He just can't hurt us. But when you got multiple guys, Nick Caley is going to have to be at his best this week. He really is. You're going to have to get quick game going, get some screams early to frustrate that pass rush. You're going to have to chip with your running backs, chip with your tight ends, bring in an extra offensive lineman, like you said, Coach. Also, move the pocket a little bit. Don't let C.J. Stroud just go 5, 7-step drops, sit in the middle back there, and let the pass rush get home. Get some play action, get on the edge, get some quick game, or get some sprint outs. Get them outside of the pocket. Keep that defense constantly guessing. But with all of that, even if the Texans are at their best, and I think they're getting better, the Broncos are for real. I still don't think they can get a win in this game. I've got Denver winning.
And I think my man, Aqib Talib, should be scared to death of this game. In part because of what the Houston Texans, Kinsey, just did to your 49ers.
That was rough.
That was a stunner to me. That was an eye-opener. Because if you look at the numbers from this game, and we all knew the Texans they don't have just a really good defense. They have the best defense. And it's the best by far in points allowed. It's a big gap, points allowed. Atlanta is
good
second.
Teams, too.
Yeah. No, they shut anybody down because D'Amico can flat out coach it. And don't tell me he's not the coordinator of that defense, because that's his trademark, that's his lifeblood, that's what he does. They are as legit as you can get on defense, which keeps them in every game. It's why I picked them to beat Sam Darnold at Seattle, because under McDonald they were 4-8 at home, and I thought, okay, but they couldn't protect at all.
That offensive line is bad.
Richie the other day just called their offensive line ass after that game. Well, it was in that game.
It was.
And yet, look at what they did to a 49ers team that I thought had sort of regrouped and arrived, right? I really thought San Francisco just go in there and win that game, that they were just better.
I was like, win.
Yeah, win. and look at the total yards in this game. It's 425 to 223. The time of possession in this game was 41 minutes to 19 minutes. That's just extraordinary. Where you just went in and in both lines, you just kicked their asses. You said, we're the more physical football team on both sides. And CJ, without Nico Collins, he's in the concussion protocol, and he might be back for this game. So he's the big stud, as you know. But those 3 kids, they're all from Iowa State, which is weird, but all
crazy.
3 of them, he's just picking you to pieces with these 3 kids.
Crossing routes.
And 2 of them are rookies, but they're pretty high picks, and one was a 6th-round pick 3 years ago, Hutchinson.
Yep.
And just pick. But they gave him a little bit. He needs time because he's not very mobile. But listen, he went through a sophomore slump. But his rookie year was extraordinary.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought he was really good. And he can't. I've been waiting for this. It's like a watched pot never boils. I've been waiting for this one to boil all year, because there's too much going on here. There's too much talent. So I think without Surtain, I don't know. I think you're going to lose this game. I do. And I'm rooting against you because I don't like your team. I don't like what it did to my team.
Trust me, Skip. I figured that out a long time ago. It's all good, though, Skip.
The only difference with that, though, Skip, and they played good against the 49ers, but they didn't have Nick Bosa. And they don't have Fred Warner. They're missing some pass rushers.
They don't have
you could
any
keep going.
That's Seattle. They don't have
Jones.
We'll be here all night.
Down the line.
They had 3 D linemen go down in that game.
That game, look, the injuries finally caught up with San Fran, and it looked real good for the Texans. But we only missing Surtain. That's it.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Seattle's front 7 and Denver's front 7 is significantly better than what the 49ers have right now. I know they're not healthy, but That's why I say that's going to be the biggest matchup in this game. And you can't just go off that 49ers game and say, all right, well, they fixed their offensive line. It's going to be a long game for C.J. Stroud.
And I got to tell you, early on against my Dallas Cowboys, Bo Nix looked wishy, and then he looked washy to me. That's
That
what
first,
he
you
looked
talking about
like.
his first 2 passes?
Yeah, his first 2 passes. It's
What about the next 30, Skip?
a wild pick and then a complete misfire on 3rd and 7. Should have been 14-0 Dallas, but it wasn't because we had a false start and then we had a lineup offsides. It's bad team football that lets you out of a trap. That's what happened.
Nothing to do with the Broncos.
Not much.
Bo Nix just needs to calm down. He plays like he drinks Red Bull and takes Adderall before every snap, doesn't he?
I agree.
Like,
No,
calm
that's
down,
the
dude.
point. Man, he
Got him where he at today. The best. He the best quarterback of his draft class. Keep drinking Red Bull and what it was?
Adderall.
And
And take the Adderall.
bro. Hey, keep doing what you're doing, baby.
Okay, so the Texans are 3-4 right now.
Yeah.
Can we see them in the playoffs, Jay? What do you think?
It's going to be tough. They got a lot of guys to catch. There's 3 teams in AFC West.
Yep.
There's 2 teams in AFC East, with Buffalo and obviously
Patriots.
the Patriots. Then you're hoping only one goes from the AFC North, right? And then they're not going to catch Indy, so they got to catch one of the teams from either the Chargers or the Broncos or
Right.
the Chiefs. They got to catch one of those 2.
Yeah, and by the way, when I'm looking at these Super Bowl odds, Kansas City runaway favorite, I have to go way down the list to find the Denver Broncos. They're 8th, so Las Vegas doesn't like your
That's probably
Broncos.
how they had us too when we won it. We probably was like 7
I
for
can't
8.
believe they're 8th. I figured it'd be like
We was
That's
down there
actually
too, Skip.
shocking.
So hey, pick
I would
up,
put
man.
him
Win some money.
5th, 6th.
Win some money, man.
13th, 14th.
Put about 8,000 on us. Pick up
Okay.
a nice little chunk.
But yeah, to your answer, I don't think they can catch them. I just think the AFC West, the way all 3 of those teams are playing,
Right.
are pretty good. And New England and Buffalo, I just don't think they can get there.
Yeah.
They're going to have to go on a serious
I think the AFC East, they send in 2 guys for sure. The AFC West, they send in 2 guys for sure. So that 3rd spot, man, is kind of up for grabs. It might be the Chargers.
run. Chargers, Texans, Broncos.
Exactly. No, the Broncos, we probably
Broncos.
we going for sure. We one of the AFC West that's going for sure. That 7th seed right there is going to be up for grabs. But the good thing about it is they play the Chargers, so that might be the game that get them in. They got to beat the Chargers. You know what I'm saying?
The deciding factor.
And they play the Jags. The teams who they're gonna be battling to get in the playoffs, they play them. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good thing. They could beat the Jags. They could beat the Chargers. They might slide in on that 7th seed.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's the best thing for them right now. Being 3-4, those 3 teams that have wild card spots right now all have 5 wins, and they play all 3 of them as well. So they're not too far behind.
Right.
But looking at this schedule, man, it's tough. They play the Broncos, the Jags, the Bills, Colts twice, the Chargers. The other games are the Raiders, Cardinals, and the Titans. I think they win those. But with that schedule, those 9 games, I think a ceiling's maybe 6 wins. They can go 6-3, and if they go 6-3, that puts them at 9-8 for the year. And is 9 wins enough to get to the wild card?
Nope.
Last year, 10
Just think about
is
this,
what
though.
got them in.
Let's say they sweep
Or a team
the
in.
Colts. Now they're only 1 game back.
if they sweep
and they'll
the Colts,
have a
though-
tiebreaker. So
Whoa.
Let's say that's.
I wouldn't count them out of the winning the division yet.
Yeah, and that's funny you say that, Jay. I don't think they can go to Indy and win, but at home,
Yeah.
they might be able to get one. I actually gave them a win on
Fast
this
track at
schedule.
Indy for
at
those
home.
pass
I don't
rushers.
know if everybody think the coach for real right now.
Hey, easy.
Are they?
They're for real.
Oh,
They're for real.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Vegas doesn't think they're real at
Yeah,
all.
Vegas. I
Yeah.
ride with
They're
Vegas.
I mean,
7.
they've had an easy schedule, but still, that offense is for real.
You can't deny that, but I'm just saying they still have to play Houston twice.
Yeah.
Houston's owned them the
Yeah,
last couple
they do.
years, and
I'll say this: we'll learn a lot more about the Colts the last half of the schedule than we will the first half. We're going to learn a lot more
I
if they
think
are
they
for real.
still have a pretty easy schedule moving forward.
Yeah, they do, but they still play some better teams. I mean,
Yeah.
they got to play. I know Pittsburgh isn't playing great, but they got to travel and play that game. They got to play some other tough teams. But
The Bengals beat the
with
Steelers.
what
I'm
you've
not full
seen
with
so
Steelers.
far in the first half, I'm bought in. I'm on the bandwagon. I'm Danny Dimes or Indiana Jones now. It's the best nickname right now in football. I'm bought in. I think the Colts are for real.
Agreed.
They beat the Broncos. I like them. I like them to win the division.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
True. All
Wait,
right.
somebody beat the Broncos?
Yeah, they whooped. They
Unbelievable.
had Bo play.
skin of their
I
teeth.
mean,
You
they
know
both
that.
screwed
Skin of the teeth.
You don't really understand. Skip skin of their teeth. They
Yeah.
slid out.
It could have been
I
the
don't know how.
defense's fault, so it had to be. Was it Bo's fault?
Yeah, it was. I think we threw an interception in the red zone.
We?
We missed the field goal.
He's still on the team.
Yeah, I'm locked in.
He said, I threw that interception.
Nah,
That was not
I'm
my
locked
boy
in on
Bo.
the team, man. Hey, me and John, baby. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
boss.
Let's look at the NFC East, okay? So after the Commanders lost last